Hey, yo, what's going on, man? Y'all know who it is. It's the Young King Hitman. Y'all know who else is with me, man. It doesn't hit the same when he's not out here. It is Mr. Greg Daw. And we are going to be talking about Daima's got a lot of powerful characters. I mean, we're talking like post Boo Saga, pre Super, right? So we see a lot of
A
characters.
lot of contenders.
Yeah, a lot of characters doing things not only are we not used to, we got a lot of different, I guess, aesthetically pleasing characters. I like the way the Tamagamis are designed. I like Glorio's knockoff Boba Fett vibes, right? We've got the Majins, the Super Majins. This is really cool. We got a power scale. Like, if this isn't Dragon Ball, then I won't power scale. But guess what? It is. So you know where I'm at with it. Greg, how do you want to handle this power scaling? I heard you've got something like a UFC
I was going to
list.
go
Go
to
ahead.
like UFC rankings. That's fine. I reckon that's the best way to do it. Sort of, there is a champion, the undisputed champion, or we could even say it's the interim champion until it, or if we wanted to. But and then from there you go
Yeah, I
rank
like that.
one, two, three,
This
four,
list is
etc.
fluid. Yeah.
So the number one ranked person is the second best below the champion. Number two ranked is the third best, etc., and so forth as you go down. So um, we're post episode 12 on the break week between episode 13. So that's where we're at now. All the Tamagamis have just lost. So we've seen most people in action.
Yeah.
We know we're just shy of the Boo saga. Probably have they said like it was a year or something or 6 months?
Yeah, I think they went out their way to not say exactly how long.
Okay, yeah, it feels like a 6 month kind of thing. If I reckon
Yeah.
if you did Boo saga and then went straight into this, it wouldn't feel like much time has passed. I don't think. So I think I'd say Goku is at the very least on his level that he is at the end of Boo saga. We find out that Vegeta is probably on a higher level at that point.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah,
Well,
it's definitely got
no.
to be decent time because Vegeta found out about Super Saiyan 3 essentially within 24 hours of beating Boo. So he had no time to like learn about it. So yeah, time must have passed. Bulma said he was
Yeah,
going at it for training for a good sessions. Like he was getting at it to get Super Saiyan 3.
well, let's say it was a year because that's usually what they spend in a hyperbolic time chamber, isn't it? Like they
Yeah, a
usually spend
day
like
is
a
a year.
year. Yeah, so even let's say he spent like a year of real time, but then mucking around in the gravity chamber or whatever. I think
Yeah,
that's a fair ballpark to put it in.
for sure.
So I think the champion to beat is Goku. I
Mm,
don't think that's the question. For now, after seeing Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I think he is the interim champion or the number one rank, whatever you want, like the next
yeah, I
best
like the contender
until,
spot.
yeah, like until proven otherwise, he's the only other person I could say is the strongest, I think,
By the
or the
way,
next
remember,
person I would say
people,
is the
we're
strongest.
only at the halfway point. This is post episode 12. Vegeta has gone Super Saiyan 3. So just to, for future reference, just so y'all know exactly where we're at in the series, just yeah, that makes
Yeah,
I
he's
agree
just
with
collected
this.
the second Dragon Ball, so I think he's there. Um, I think the Tamagamis and the Boos, it's all very, very close. I think as well. I think they've done a good job to make it feel like it's a pretty even playing field. There was a little bit of a mix it up with the boost that Never, great character by the way. I'm loving Never, the
Yeah,
new Namekian.
I thought it was just
He
me.
gave the boost to the Tamagami, but we only saw one and two get it. So we can assume that three is probably a bit stronger than he put up anyway. Um, with that potential boost.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Who do you think comes after Vegeta?
So after
Any of the
Vegeta,
Tamagamis?
I had Tamagami too, because like you're saying, like the boost, it was too relevant and it pushed Vegeta past to have him pressure a Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Like that has to be like, all right,
Do
well, you're
you think?
somewhere there. You're serious for sure.
Do you think Tamagami 3 boosted in the same way would push a Super Saiyan 2 Goku?
Um, no, a super. Yeah. I
Super
think
Saiyan,
because I
Goku
mean,
only went Super Saiyan 2 briefly to
and he
finish the fight, didn't he?
So yeah, actually no, I don't because Tamagami 2, if I remember in the timeline correctly, he was facing Super Saiyan. He was basically even with Vegeta in Super Saiyan 2, and then he got boosted and started pressuring Vegeta. So if he pressed Vegeta to go Super Saiyan 3 versus Goku had to go 2 and then
Yeah.
he wiped T1 or T3, right? So I would think, you know, maybe if he got boosted the same way, he would just make, I mean, it's just plot, right? But I would think he would probably just press his Goku to go like Super Saiyan 2 level, and then Goku would probably like edge out. Like he probably just would beat him with less of a gap, but it was just such a gigantic gap. There's no real indicator. So I'm just gonna leave it at what actually happened. I guess I'm
Uh,
comfortable with that.
well, okay. And then how much stock do you put into Vegeta not knowing the planet quite so well? There was a brief mention of it, like
Oh, okay.
when after he got eaten. So I don't know whether or not you give him like a bit of a
Extra
handicap
points. Yeah.
because you know he hadn't, maybe he had one bar fight, so did Goku. Goku then had a few other little warm up fights to get adjusted, including Glorio himself. So whether or not there's a little bit of a catch up to be made, I'm not sure, but I don't know. I feel like they're pretty even right now, and I think it's the writer's guess who would win between Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, so with the Vegeta versus the atmosphere thing, I'm not really putting much into it because
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't
fair
want to
enough.
use this word, man. Canonically speaking, Vegeta is so used to being outside of Earth's, you know, atmosphere. He's so used to being on different environments. He's so used to pressing himself in the time chamber. I doubt some slow down air would really bother him more than a couple hours. I would hope he got over it. I really don't even think Vegeta should have noticed it, but he did, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I would think it
fair enough.
makes sense to just say like he got over it and he was clean fighting once he got to the Tamagami 2. Also, I think they said the different world, once you're on T2, that's not really the problem, right? I think it was like, or I
Oh,
said
they did
T2,
too.
World
Yeah,
2. I'm
yeah,
sorry, World 2. Once they got to World
yeah.
2,
I
I
know
don't
what you
think the
meant. So yeah,
atmosphere was. I think the element for that world was more about the water. So,
yeah, true. Yeah, fair enough. Do you put all the Tamagamis on the same level?
absolutely not. Like I was saying, you know, T3
No,
got beat by Super Saiyan 1
I do.
going into 2, and
I think,
then, oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, I do actually, because I yeah, I think the Tamagami was the Tamagami 2 pushed by Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Super Saiyan 2 Goku would perform in a similar way. Then I reckon Tamagami 3 would get that boost and push Super Saiyan 2 to 3 on Goku. I reckon they're the same level,
I
or at
could
least the
see,
difference between
now
them
that you're
is as
saying
much as
that,
there is between Goku and Vegeta.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
now that
Like
you're
I think it's
saying
very
that,
minimal.
I get that, but I just, when Super Saiyan 2 Kamehameha beats you versus Vegeta, I once again just Vegeta was pretty much level with T2. I don't know. I feel like Tamagami 3 is a level below. It's hard to figure out where Tamagami 1 is at because
He
he
didn't
didn't
fight
really
anyone
fight.
normal.
Yeah, like we don't know if it was just because Do, I should say, was fighting so oddly and bizarrely versus he's actually that strong, or if he's actually that strong and he's scaling above or at Super Saiyan 3. Like we have no idea yet, which is the point.
I
So
think
we'll
they're
see what
even.
that's
I think
about.
they're equal creations, to be
Okay.
perfectly honest.
Okay. Well,
That's
shoot,
where I'm at
comments.
with
Let
it.
us
So
know. Let
that's
us know for sure.
that's why I think the field is so close. Um, I think skill. I think I put Tamagami 2 at the top of the three of them,
Yeah, I got to.
simply be, simply because I think he's just by the way he used his environment, and I know obviously Tamagami 3 doesn't really have that opportunity. Just he's on a flat plane of land, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At least he tried different. I'd also put 3 above 1 now too, because what Tamagami 1 didn't do is try anything. He just kept
Yeah.
swinging his sword and didn't really do anything. Like he easily could have put
He
the sword
used
down
like
and just
a
gone, well,
couple of key
I'll
blasts.
go fisticuffs. You know what I mean? Let's
Yeah.
go. Like the sword's not working for me for some reason. I'll get up close and personal. So he didn't even do that. Whereas like both of the other two showed skills without their weapons. So I reckon it's 2-3-1 for mine.
Definitely. Yeah, 2 3 2. You say 2 3 1.
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know. You know what? I'm fine with it. I don't really have. I want to rank them badly. I really do, but I can't tell where T1 is at. So I'm fine with that list. But then after, so far my power ranking, I guess, goes Goku at champion, Vegeta at that number two spot slash number one contender. I had T2. I actually had Do, and then I had T1. So
I think I'd agree with that.
yeah.
Do is the what the third rank? Yeah, like you
Fourth.
said,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Goku's
Third on
champion.
the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Vegeta's number one rank. Number two, Tamagami is number three rank, and then Do is four rank. Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be a fun fight with the environmental kind of aspect of the water and everything.
Yeah.
Do versus Tamagami 2. That could get weird.
Well, it's fair enough. I mean, there goes the power ranking. Let us know what y'all think. Let us know who you guys think is the strongest. One thing we mentioned before we started recording, kind of. Well, I said it's kind of disappointing. Like we can't tell where Glorio is at because if he's really capped at Super
Oh
Saiyan
yeah.
one, right, it would be
I
kind
don't
of
think he is.
buns because his whole. I think he's holding back. I do think so. So his whole
Do
thing
you think
was
there's a new
I can
form?
handle myself. I don't think he'll have to transform, but man, I mean, if he doesn't transform, like he when he saw Goku go Super Saiyan, he really did seem stressed. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping they write that as like, yeah, I just didn't think you were that strong, but you're still not as strong as me when I'm trying. I'm hoping it's one of those moments versus wow, this is
Do you
really where
think
he caps at.
do you think that third eye, going back to that we were talking about earlier, do you think that's up for grabs and could
Ooh, could apply to
boost
anybody.
anyone?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like
So
that.
hypothetically, like a Glorio getting the third eye away from Goma and then turning into,
Now he's Super
third
Saiyan 3
eye,
level.
yeah, whatever. Yeah, he turns into like that Super Saiyan 4 looking Toa? What is it,
Yeah.
Tora?
Toa. Or
No, what's his
I'm
name?
sorry, Mirror.
Mira.
Yeah,
Toa is the scientist. That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, do you think the third eye would possibly be up for grabs?
I think that it could be. And now that you say it, yeah, because I'm not sure, right? This is just a guess because it looks like an eyeball. But I was telling you in the last clip
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
Hybis
yeah.
has the eye on his belt. So if that is the third eye, maybe Hybis has no idea how to use it. He's already such a zany character. I could see him walking around with something that important and not knowing. So if they do that, and then somebody takes the belt, snatches the eye out of it, and does whatever, and they absorb it, right? And the next thing you know, it pops off them and goes over to Goma, and it goes from Goma to Arinsu to Glorio. It would be really cool. I want it to go that way. Now that you say it, I mean, versus just it gives Glorio or not Glorio, Goma some super power boost, and now he's a big bad boss. Which I do need him to have big bad bosses, by the way.
Oh
But
yeah,
him turning
oh
into
yeah.
like some super villain, it can happen more towards the end, but let's see. Let's go a different direction. Like let's scatter the plot a little bit by making it apply to multiple characters. I think that would be nice.
Do you, if the third eye is on the table, is there anyone other than possibly Glorio? Like, do you think Neva or even Piccolo would be possible, or even Shin?
I'm hoping that Piccolo and Neva aren't interested in it. And you're saying like if they were to take the third eye?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's. I guess I'm not being as specific as like how you obtain it. I guess I'm kind of running with the
I
theory,
mean,
at
we
least
don't
in
even
this
know yet,
instance,
to
that
be
it's kind
fair.
of forced upon you more than
Yeah.
anything. Like, I think it's like chaotic energy that you can like let in, but it was going to come in anyway. Like, I don't know. It's one of those kind of. That's how I envision like that kind of demonic kind of, I
Yeah.
guess, occultish kind of law. But I mean, we don't know anything about it, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, we'll
But
definitely
never,
see.
I never has got me really intrigued, especially now knowing the Tamagamis are all so like honorable, and
Yeah.
they all give him the time of day, and
Yeah.
he gives everyone else the time of day. He's just so neutral.
It's so
I don't
cool,
think we've
man.
seen
Like,
anything so neutral. It's
yeah.
really cool.
Him, he did the boost for Tema. He put the battery in Temagami 2's back, but then before the
Did
fight,
he
he
put it in
acknowledged
one as
him.
well?
One more time?
Did he put it in Tamagami one as well? Like,
Nah, I
we
definitely
saw his
didn't.
color change.
Yeah, his eyes glue a little bit if I remember correctly for a couple frames, but he didn't. I don't think never gave him like a power boost. I think
That's
he just got more
something I need.
intense.
Something I need clarification from in the comments is I think he got the same boost at the same time. That's how I read it.
Okay. I mean, whoa,
I think.
shoot! I might rewatch it, see what that's about. I'm hoping if that's the case, I'm hoping he didn't, because then it makes Do look even stronger, and it makes T1 look
Yeah, it
even
does.
more
Well,
like
that's why I thought it was a
okay-ish.
more even fight. That's why I
Okay.
reckon Do is like Fat Boo level, at least not on Super Saiyan 3 level.
Okay, I
I
get
think
that.
I I think the phrase like when Goku's like, I reckon I could have beat Fat Boo in Super Saiyan 3 if I really tried. I think that's what Vegeta would be to Do right now.
Yeah, I could see
That's
that.
where
I
I
would
think
hope
they sit.
that would be a nice route for them to take. If they were to take it, I'd be fine with that. So yeah, I got T2 just, you know, I don't know that T1 got the boost, so I'm saying T2 like just out of favoritism. And I told you he was my favorite Temagami, but I just what would I say? So with T3, do you think he's just sitting out there waiting for like a call? So let's just say the Temagami were to all be in the same room because we've referred or inferred, not
Yeah.
inferred, just guessed that they might fuse. Do you think that he'll come to like World 1? Or another reason I think Temagami 1 is stronger than I guess given on, but he just didn't put up a crazy, he didn't do anything drastic like you're saying. He didn't have some super signature attack. Is he guards the castle's Dragon Ball too. So you would think, the most important area is the one you would have him take versus like the middle of some desolate village or out in the middle of World Two and the ocean side. I thought maybe, the Royal Guard would be the strongest of the three,
Yeah.
but who knows?
Yeah,
But
fair
do you
enough. I
think,
guess I just had it in my head canon that they were so far above everyone else that it didn't matter whether your strongest one was here or there.
yeah,
They're all so strong that like even if there was a water breakout, they could just stand there nice and chill, knowing that no
no
one's
one
even going
would
to come
care?
close.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's kind of where my head's at with them. Um, but where do you put uh, Ku then?
Ku's not even. I mean,
Do you think he's like
somewhere
close to
above
the strength?
Glorio, but maybe like Super Saiyan 1 Goku at most. I can't really. It's hard to judge whatever Ku is.
Because yeah, I think he's probably just as strong as Do. He's just not
You
got the
think
same
so?
mentality. I
Oh,
think they're on the same level.
well, shoot. That would be a big, that would be a big difference in what I think he is versus where he's at. I don't know, because like the way T1 was tossing him around, it didn't feel like it was like, oh, I'm struggling. It was more like, okay, this guy's a joke. Now you're saying mentality. Do you think Ku? Are you saying because his attacks aren't as zany or he's not as weird of a fight style as Do, or is
Yeah,
it
I just think
he
he's
was holding
predictable.
back? Okay,
No, I think if he found whatever made him tick the way Do ticks for chocolate, I think whatever like if he found his can let's say it's candy for the sake of it being slightly different but not really.
yeah.
If someone gave him candy and he felt like he needed candy, I think he would then blast T1
Maybe
with the
it's
same strength
Arinsu's
that
affection or something like that. Who knows?
well yeah, whatever it might be, but like I think he's got it in him to put the same like damage out. It's just how the other person is able to receive it, I guess.
I get
You know
that.
what I mean?
Well, shoot. I guess
That's
we
where
could.
I think I'm at with him. So I think he'd probably be on T3's level, but I think T3 would still get the better of him the same way T1 still did. I think they're just smarter fighters.
Okay. All right. Well, for that matter, I guess I'll just go over my list one time for the five strongest characters in Daima as of the end of episode 12. Got Goku number one just because he's Goku, bro. How am I gonna? It's always gonna be like this. Vegeta number two, as we always have him. T2. Then I've got Do at the 4 slot and T1 at the 5 slot. Now, let's go over your list one more time.
Yeah, I think mine's very similar. It is Goku as champion. Number one ranked is Vegeta. Number two ranked is Tamagami 2. Number three ranked is Majin Buu. number four ranked is Tamagami 3.
Okay.
Yes, that's how I'm putting it.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all have heard it here. Let us know what you guys' list would be in the comments. It is the Young King Hitman. It is Mr. Greg Daw, man. It's that 8SB, man. The 8-star ball. Y'all know what it is. Like, sub for more. We are off this.